We don't need talking, there's nothing left to say, just...
Okay. You hearing this? Wow. Ravyn, Lenae.
Hesitation.
Okay, Dream Girl. Off Bird's Eye, 2024. I'm late. It found me when I needed it. Okay. Okay. You're thinking this is a beautiful song. This is a beautiful voice also talking above the song, and it's Classroom Crush, and I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Classroom Crush. That was Ravyn, Lenae, Dream Girl. We're gonna find out more about like kind of what our guest Dream Girl is, I guess. And she comes for me, she sues me. No, I'm commentating YouTube. I'm doing commentary.
Yeah. Don't flag us.
And then Ty Dolla $ign does come in. He says, "Giving it to temptation." Okay, we'll stop now. Okay, because now I'll just listen to the whole rest of the song. Someone let me be a radio DJ host, please.
Pay us, please.
Please. You know about her, Ravyn, Lenae?
No. No.
Okay, then I'm not as late as you. Great.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know a lot of white entertainers.
You said white entertainers?
Yeah, like I'm bad. Like
you're wrong, cause she's black.
Oh well, see,
got him.
Got him. Cancel me. I'm canceled.
She's actually giving you early 2000s pop R&B, like you pop / R&B new / old in a way that you have not heard in a minute.
I mean, well, I've heard about it in a minute because you said something that's old, but in a minute makes sense.
But you're hearing it with new experiences, and you're saying, "Huh,
sure. Yeah.
I'm connecting to this in a different way." You know?
Yeah.
Have you ever experienced that? I'll introduce you first. Don't tell me. Shh. Shut up. Okay. Hello. Hi. I'm Rebecca. Welcome to Classroom Crushes, a podcast about childhood crushes and how they inform the way you view love and relationships. If you've been listening to love type of podcasts lately, maybe you've listened to one hosted by a man. What the fuck? Hosted by a man? What the hell? And you're actually like, wait, this is a crossover event of the season for me. This one person who knows of these two people who have two podcasts about love. One is a girl, one is a boy. Gender is dead, but one is a girl, one is a boy, I think. Okay. You can't assume anything. Do you know what I've realized? And I'll introduce you. When you're being on the internet more and more, which I am these days, they forgot the good old phrase, the good old phrase, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me. They forgot about that one.
Yeah.
Have you noticed they're always doing assumptions?
Yeah, that is valid.
He's noticing that they're always doing assumptions, and he's also, by the way, making you laugh, doing stand-up comedy. He's breaking down love from his perspective and others. He didn't copy my podcast. It's okay. He doesn't know. It's okay. He doesn't know. It's fine. We'll get into it. He's not a plagiarizer. He is unique and singular himself. And his name is Danny Sellers. Welcome to the podcast. And he's absolutely having a show May 28th at the Bushwick, Comedy Club. See, that I don't even know if that was happening. When did that start? How long have you been in New York? Hi, Danny. Welcome to the show.
I've only been here for a year and a couple months.
Yeah.
I think Bushwick's been around for about that long. I miss LA. We should switch back. Let's switch.
Because you were here, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. What made you move to New York?
I had to get away. No, I mean, honestly, for stand up, really, I wish I had a cooler story of like I got over a heartbreak or something. But
right.
It was to focus on stand up isn't as prevalent in Los Angeles. So
I would say a certain type of comedy is prevalent in Los Angeles. But it's not. Listen, said with love. But it is like out here. I'm like, the comedy that's prevalent out here is kind of everybody I've known for the last 10 years, like from Chicago or New York. Just like like improv-y, alty comedy people from like Chicago or New York. In which I lived in Chicago for like 4 years, and then I lived in New York for like almost 7 years, and then I'm like, I'm looking around. I'm like, they're all here. They're all here.
Yeah.
I went to Joe Rumrill, past guest of the show from many, many years ago. By the way, can I just say, I'm just going to, so you know, the implications of this kind of podcast.
Yeah.
And I checked with him. We talked about this was fine for me to say. He is now engaged. This is the wrong hand.
Congrats.
He's engaged. Did his fiance absolutely listen to our podcast episode and learn more about what he likes and love? Yes. Okay.
Ooh, so
is this the first time this has happened? No. There have been at least two couples that I know of who are engaged now currently. Who the crushes listen to each other, to the podcast, to their episodes of my podcast to figure out the blueprint. I've been trying to tell people, I'm giving you the blueprint. I'm giving you the guide to if you have a crush on this guest on my podcast, bada bing, bada boom, you're welcome, you know?
And they got married. They weren't together. Then they got married from this show or what?
It's like I think like they were like crushing on each other, and then he had done my podcast and she listened to the podcast and found out like, you know, what kind of girl, you know, she was like, oh, he likes smart girls. That's me, you know, it's affirmation, you know? So
Okay.
not trying to say I'm changing lives or anything.
Seems like it. It seems like you're really solving more than I am. I haven't done that yet.
Well, you're fresh in the game. You just started your podcast.
That's true. A couple months in, so I got time to.
That's beautiful. You know how long I've done my podcast? You want to cry with me?
Tears are coming already.
I'm feeling it. Since all the way before podcasts were visual, 2017.
Ooh, that's a minute. Yeah,
it's so long. I went through the dark night of my soul at some point in there, so I wasn't podcasting like consistently during that time. And then there was a time where I was trying to podcast. I always do this where I'm like, I've been recording for a minute, and then I look down, I'm like, am I recording? And I am. I'm having anxiety, and we're dealing with it. But yeah, there was periods of absences, you know. But that is it's a long time.
It's a journey. I had an old podcast before this, and started and stopped it.
What was
podcasting it was called the 9 to 5 podcast. It was me and my homeboys from college. And if you watch my current podcast,
yes,
one of the hosts was Torrance. So we started it like
He's
2016.
So Cute.
Yeah, we started 2016 before remote podcasts were a thing. We were doing it remotely. I was in San Francisco and they were in LA.
What were you doing in San Francisco?
Selling technology. Like
Danny, what did you do to get us here? Something?
Yeah.
A lot of
I created
things?
AI. I started AI.
Fuck. Okay, found him.
Yeah.
Got him. Okay, wait. So tell me. Where did you? Let's do my podcast. Okay, we're podcasting. Stop bullshitting. No more bullshit. Blah blah blah. We found out that you're the evil, and I have to approach you like this. But I will try to humanize you now. You see,
it's too late.
Where did you grow up?
Up until middle school, I grew up in Cincinnati, Ohio, at the suburb of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Okay.
And then I moved to Jacksonville, Florida, middle school.
Hey, Florida in the house.
You from Florida?
I'm from Miami, yeah.
Okay, well, that's different. That's a different.
But I knew you were going to say that. I would say yes and no, because everything that you think about Florida, when you think capital F Florida, Miami just has with a fucking BBL. You know what I mean? Like it is the same attitude.
But I think Miami specifically only got kind of weird and racist like 6 years ago.
No,
before that,
it's always been. No, it's always been.
I get it, communist, all this, but sure. But I feel like
it's always been.
No one
just
talked
didn't
about
realize it. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like you could kind of like live. Oh, I'm in Miami. I don't think about it. No, whatever.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, now I know that there's a lot of kind of like Republican weird vibes.
Yes.
Here, so I understand that. But
yeah.
But when I was growing up, living in Florida, Miami was a different place. Jacksonville, Florida, is essentially southern Georgia.
That's true. Yeah, that's different. No. It is like there is Miami is its own universe, but I think it's like. Yeah, it has it's like rain and a river, and then the things flow down to the bottom. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
culturally,
it's a science.
Like erosion happens, and then like little pebbles get picked up, and then and then all these little pebbles are down here in Miami.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm smart today.
No, I mean, look, I agree.
Yeah, I said it before. You had to. It's all good.
Yeah, I was thinking it though. I was like, well,
Yeah.
This is super smart.
So was middle school the time of were you a crushing type of person, or like what was the vibe for you as a child?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, moving to Florida was really informative because I was, Jacksonville, that part of Florida is different, and I never lived outside of Ohio, Cincinnati specifically.
Yeah.
So being there, like I didn't have a Southern drawl. I wasn't like a Florida kid, and I was still black. So I was kind of in this weird in between where I wasn't black enough for the motherfucker with like dreads and whatever, and I wasn't white, so I couldn't really kick it with them either. My main saving grace was I was a decent athlete. I was from a young age. I was a pretty decent athlete. So, that saved me a lot.
And so now you're valid. You're allowed.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
What our country loves to do that. They're like, oh, sports, you're good. You're good now.
Yeah, exactly.
No
so that was helpful. But yeah. So, but I mean, crushing, as far as crushing is concerned, I had crushes like more in middle school, but I never had like a girlfriend until I was never really in a committed relationship literally until I was married, like my whole life.
You were married. I didn't even know this.
Well, that's what you did do your research.
I watched an episode and you didn't talk about it.
Well, that's fucked up.
How much time do I have?
It's called trauma. It's called trauma, and I can't talk about it every 5 minutes.
That's kind of what the podcast is for. Sorry about it, but okay. Okay. Wait. So do you feel like what kind of kid are you in Cincinnati, and what kind of kid are you once you get to like where's your confidence boost once you're in Jacksonville? Like, what's the vibes? Like,
I think it was a little bit of fish out of water. I think it might have slightly been the opposite.
Okay.
Of you grew up somewhere from kindergarten to 6th grade, you become kind of the man, the cool guy. You're a good athlete, yada yada yada.
So you were that,
and then I was kind of a cooler kid, one of the cooler kids in elementary school. Then going out Florida, this is a different world. It's a different culture. People are dressing different.
Yeah,
and this is before social media really existed. So like we're not even cross contaminating culture in the way that we do now, whether it be slang. Kids can wear a thing in Ohio, see a kid in LA, like, oh, now I want to wear Dickies, or now I want to wear whatever, certain kind of shoes. And so that was a big awakening of like, oh, what is my style, or what is cool, what is fly at such a young age in a totally different environment,
Yeah. So you weren't like, ooh, here's that new kid. Who's he? Like it wasn't, you didn't feel that vibe.
I've never been lame in my life, but I was not like, but I wasn't necessarily like, oh, I'm the most confident version of little Danny.
Sure.
I was trying to figure it out. Cause even if I think you're in your hometown, middle school, freshman year, high school is an insecure time. You're like getting hair, you're fucking,
Were
your balls the first time.
Actively ever?
No.
I can tell. No. Right. This is my new thing is I'm diagnosing people as if they've been bullied or not. You can always tell,
Nah. Anyone that's ever tried to bully me, we've probably fought.
Sure. Yeah.
Or just like I've said something funnier back.
That's what I should have done.
You got bullied? But you got bullied?
I've had this podcast since 2017. You think I wasn't bullied?
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah.
Be real.
That's crazy.
BeReal.com. Okay.
Nobody bullied. I was getting bullied.
Yeah. Multiple instances of, different fonts, different genres, different gradients of impact to this day. But I am actively going, that's not true. That's not true. Actually found it in an untruth, that's kind of what I'm up to these days in my brain, Okay, so I also didn't have a relationship. Yeah, actually, by the way, just because how many episodes of my podcast did you listen to, by the way?
Well, I'm a guest. You don't do research when you're a guest.
Yeah,
you say yes.
You could. I think you always could.
No, you read the paragraph.
I did send a paragraph. I used to send an essay. Frankly, an essay. When I first started this, it was an essay, 3 paragraphs.
And I would have read it. That's my prep is like, let me read the paragraph.
I mean, for me, when I'm going to go on a podcast, I do kind of know, you know, like I could have gotcha journalism, and I will, frankly. I actually will.
The thing is, you sent the initial ask is boom. This is what it is. So you read that,
got that,
and then you say yes.
Yeah.
Then you do the pre-production. This is the thing, and then okay, that's all I need to know. Okay, everything else will figure it out.
I'm just asking the question. It's if you're feeling defensive, that's on you. That's kind of more revealing.
I mean, is this an evil podcast? Are you like some spy, like Israeli spy or something? What is the vibe?
Are you an Israeli spy? They are actively sending the government in to infiltrate my podcast because of how much I'm not an Israeli spy. And by that, I mean there are radio frequencies that get into my podcast. I call it the ghost in the machine. If you watch the podcast, you would know there's a ghost. But
I'll watch my episode.
I actually think that the ghost is not on Zoom. This is what I found. So I think the ghost has something to do with the other microphone, which I'm dealing with. I'm sort of like, what's going on with that? You know, it's funny. It started as a joke where I'd be like, haha, isn't it funny that the ghost is the machine and it feels like wartime? Cause it will be someone like talking about Kamala Harris or something. And I'm like, hello. And it is wartime, and it actually has always been, you know, but more overtly so. And I found out it's a my neighborhood thing, because I know a musician person who was like, oh yeah, that happens to me with my mic sometimes. I'm like, okay, so the feds are out here in, I'm not telling you my neighborhood because I was about to say it, and now I'm scared to be a woman online more these days. You know those geolocation videos that they do? Very scary to me.
Oh, like the Google Maps, like that's in
yeah. I'm just like, oh, so if someone's gonna do that to me one day, they're gonna show up. They're absolutely gonna show up. Yeah. Anyways, can't remember how we got here. Oh, I also was not in ever a relationship in my schooling times, which to me was one of the greatest traumas, actually. Were you feeling it? Were you wanting to kiss and you were so scared, or what?
I mean, I had some kisses here and there, and you know, lost my virginity in high school, but like I was not I didn't have a desire to be like, I need a girlfriend right now. But I also moved a lot. Like I went to 3 different high schools.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the moment that it was kind of a vibe, it was like literally on average I was moving.
Where is home to you?
Right now?
In general. What feels like home?
I mean, honestly, home feels like wherever I live. Like I've moved around a lot.
Yeah.
And so like I'm from Ohio, but my mom and siblings and my dad don't live in Ohio anymore. So like for me to go back, you know, it was up until recently, my grandmother passed 2020. That was the last relative that I had
that was
close. That was in Cincinnati. Yeah. Everybody else is just cousins, which, you know, I still love my cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff. But it's not home in that kind of way that like, I feel something when I'm there. Like, you know, you just like, oh, I feel something here. But for me to be like, I would live here ever again, it would be super unlikely.
No, yeah. Come on, no.
You know,
no, we're not going backwards, obviously.
Yeah.
But anyways, you lost your virginity in high school. Would you say that is like, do you have a formative one, like crush that when I asked you about this to do this podcast, is there one that you're thinking of, or is there like a couple people?
My first crush that I can think about of like, yo, she's cold, that I like her. It was in elementary school. Okay. And it was this girl, her name was I think Stephanie Milano or some shit like that. This is like Ohio, right? This is Ohio.
Yeah.
Very black or white or Mexican. There's like the only, like, I don't know what Jewish is. I don't know what. There's like one Asian kid. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I think she might have been like, she came like, you know.
What was your neighborhood like? Were you amongst other black people? Were you the black person?
No. Like I had a lot of, it's 4 of us kids, and my house was very black. Cousins would come stay, or you know, whatever. But like we lived.
You're one of 4.
Yeah, second
Where
oldest.
Are you? Wait, let me guess.
I already said it.
I didn't hear you, so now I'm gonna still guess. The oldest, the youngest, the middle, the second middle.
And I feel like this is something that should have came up in your research, and that's fucked up.
It's fine
for me as a guest.
You didn't say it. You can't. You didn't say every. If you want me to know everything, you have to say it on every single episode, because you don't know which one I'm gonna pick.
I just feel like this should have been things that you would know.
Or what if? Let me hear me out on this. I'm giving my absolute, by the way, vast huge audience. But just to get to know you for the first time. Okay. Actually, this is all a ruse. I know it all. I'm trying to invite them into the experience of get to know Danny with us. Come on. You know?
Let me yes
Maybe
and
it's something you should think about when you're considering your audience as well.
My fault. Yeah, I'm a rookie.
Anyways, tell the people where you line up in the thing because I didn't hear you because I have one headphone from JetBlue Airlines. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, right? That's actually problematic. You should get that.
It's really bad. Here's the thing, Danny. I'm poor. Okay, go on.
I know, but you can find like $10 ones. Anyways, second oldest.
The second oldest, yeah. No, that's pretty much exactly what I said.
Girl, me, boy, girl.
Do you feel the dynamic in you?
Middle child, sure. Yeah. I feel like when I was a kid.
Where does it manifest the most?
You have to, you kind of get left alone a lot more. Like when you're a boy, when you're a bunch of kids, boy and middle child, you kind of get left alone a good amount. Interesting.
And did you not like that, or did you figure out how to, you know?
I mean, and it's not like in a truly negative way. It's just only so much time in the day. But like as an adult, even or whatever, it's like, yeah, your eldest daughter is a thing, and my sister is the epitome of that.
Yeah.
And then my baby sister is also the epitome of the baby sister everybody looks out for. So me and my little brother are probably similar in that way of like, we're boys amongst a bunch of kids. You got to go figure it out. And with love, you said what?
Just do your thing. Just kind of.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, it's still said with love, but you just gotta go. You gotta go do it. Like, there's not as much help for you or like resources for you, which I honestly respect the way my mom went about it.
I mean, it's good to instill a sense of independence. What are you doing with all this alone time? What are you getting into?
I mean,
what kind of kid are you there?
Oh, as a kid?
Yeah.
I mean, so football. You know, sports was a big thing. Once again, this is also before, you know, social media and shit. So we're just outside playing.
I know. Isn't it interesting to think about how we used to just be outside?
Yeah. Right. Like in middle school, when I was new to this neighborhood, the big thing was, you know, playing and connecting. So we would get off the bus, walk home for whatever, 15 minutes or so, get to the crib and drop our shit off, maybe get a snack and go straight back to the park until, you know, 6, like dinner time, and hoop, play, hang out, get in a little bit of trouble. And we would do that like 3 or 4 times a week.
Again. Hoop, play, get into a little bit of trouble. Can we just do that as adults? You know?
I mean, yeah, it's getting warm in summertime, Brooklyn. I think that's probably my routine.
True. No, I am missing New York in my, like, cause that's the thing. Like my last like couple of years in New York, I was very like, smoke a joint, watch basketball at West 4th Street after work, can you hear how fucking loud this leaf blower is? Can you hear it?
Barely.
Okay, that's because to me it's overtaking my life, this leaf blower outside.
Because you have one AirPod whispering into your fucking ear. That's why.
And I just want to know, I know you said just get some cheap headphones. I have them. They're so cheap. They don't connect to my system. They don't. It's fine. Anyways, I'm missing that like just be outside thing. Because this is what I'm learning about LA. They're not outside. Even though the weather's perfect to be outside literally all the time. I feel
that's
like
crazy.
People aren't kind of outside.
I think it's neighborhood to neighborhood sometimes too.
So.
When I was there, I lived in Echo Park, and I was outside every day.
I mean, I'm outside. I'm also close to Echo Park. Don't geolocate me.
Give your address. Your fans need to be engaged.
No, but I will tell you right now. You know where like so I like I'm in a walkable neighborhood. The thing that really like blew my mind was I went outside for the LA Marathon and people were not outside. And I'm screaming, shouting for the people, and people were really outside. I'm like, what the fuck?
I think your reference of New York is different.
Yeah,
because like it's the whole shit is like a block party for 26 miles.
Well, and that's what it should have been in LA because the weather was beautiful, and I'm like, this could be gorgeous, and I'm having a good time. No, I'm dancing.
We're movie stars in LA. I have scripts to read. I have sides to practice.
So true.
I have headshots to make.
Yes.
I have TikToks to dance on.
I have one line of dialogue of audition to record.
Yeah.
I did that once. I did that recently. It was, what? No. How many times can you do that? What? No. You know?
Yeah.
What? No. Yeah. like how many times can we do that? And that's what people are doing inside in LA, and that's kind of breaking my heart because it's beautiful outside, you know. With
8 lights and on a blue screen behind them.
It's so awesome. Okay, I keep trying to do my podcast and getting distracted.
No.
But we were about to start talking about your crush, your elementary school crush. What was her vibe? How old were you? What do you remember about her? Tell me everything.
I mean, I was in elementary school. She was just like this quiet little, she might have been Puerto Rican. I don't know. Colombian, who fucking know? To this day, I don't even know.
Yeah.
Like Spanish, little something different. I was like, oh, this is different. I like that. But we never linked. I don't think I ever like slid on her back then. Like, I just kind of was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I think I was either scared or just like didn't care that much. You know,
like, I'm a boy. I have a ball to pass.
But it might have been more scared than anything, to be honest.
Usually,
because it wasn't like, because at that point too, it wasn't like we were in the same class and shit like that. So when somebody's like not in your class in elementary school, you see them twice a day in passing.
Yeah,
like you know, and you're not like stepping to people like that. If you live in the same neighborhood, especially, you're not like stepping to somebody in the hall like, yo, let me holler at you for a second. I know we're both 11.
Let's take a little stroll.
Yeah, like you don't have, in high school, you can get it off. But like in elementary school, you're like in line, like going to lunch. And you're in the classroom all day. You might have recess with this person, but you might not.
See, this is what's interesting about this though, is because I would say a lot of the people who talk about their like elementary school crushes, it's like, oh, well, it was literally all just proximity. It was just because we were in the same class. It was just because she sat next to me here, you know? You don't even have that proximity, really. You're just like...
No, she was bad. She was bad. I mean, yeah, she was bad. I think she's still bad now. I'm like, damn, this is crazy.
You could tell.
Yeah. Like it was, I didn't have the... And then like I moved right before middle school. So I think middle school would have been like closer to the time where you could start...
move
I know, like, I need to talk to you for a second.
You've been planting the seeds all these years, elementary school. Is that how you are usually? Are you like, are you kind of like, let me observe the landscape, you know, sort of like, what's the vibes here? And then maybe I'll take a stroll, saunter over.
Yeah, I'm not a thirsty, like I'm not one of those guys. We're outside, me and the boys, and I'm like, I gotta get on some hoes tonight. Let me get 2-3 numbers.
Sure.
And woo-doo-woo-doo. Like in New York,
that's optimistic. 3 numbers? Crazy. I mean,
you could do it if you needed to.
If you're needed to. What's the quality of the digits is the question.
One's great. 2 are like, one's like, okay, this also is decent. And 3 is like, I gotta just figure out the 3.
Of course. And that's all with the asterisk of saying every woman is the most beautiful goddess that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Especially
exactly
every
right.
woman who listens to this podcast is absolutely the most fucking beautiful woman. Go off.
The millions and millions.
Yeah.
But I'm low key. Like I think I'm low key. Like in New York, I had this realization that I get bagged in New York often than any other place I've lived. Like I'll be sitting there outside smoking, you know what I'm saying, or with friends. This happened to me like a couple weeks ago. I'm sitting there chilling with some homies, and a girl came up, asked if I had a cigarette. I'm like, man, I was smoking a blunt. I don't have a fucking cigarette, man.
Yeah.
And then like the initial New Yorker in me, new New Yorker in me, is like,
I'm like, no, relax on that one, bro.
I know. But when you're just interacting with people, you're just kind of like, you keep going. And then she like kept talking to me. I'm like, oh, she's trying to bag me. Like I'm getting bagged right now.
She doesn't want a cigarette.
Yeah. So now I like have to change my dialogue to be like, now it's time to entertain, I guess, to see if this is worth entertaining.
What was the transition like? And was it? And it was. It sounds like it was.
She was trying to, I got her number. Yeah. She was trying to bag me.
Yeah. But when what's the because you're like, no, I don't have a cigarette, and what's the shift? Like, wait a minute, you know, like what? How are you
it was like I'm
now?
smoking. I'm like, I think I offered her like, do you want to smoke some of this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then she just stood there. So I'm like, what's up? Like, who do y'all? It was a comedian's birthday, so I'm like, do you know the comedian? Like, what's going on? And then 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, she's trying to bag me.
Well, so yes. And what happened? Tell us all the details.
I got a number. We went on a date.
Great. How was it? Fine.
It was fine. It was good. Good to fine.
Good to find. That's
like these days where I'm at in life right now when it comes to dating and love. I'll give you the exclusive since we have the same podcast.
Yeah.
No, I think I'm so locked in with comedy right now and like wanting to get to the next level. And I'm so impatient where I am with comedy right now that when I first got to New York, I was really spending too much time dating. Like paying it. And even as I left
ready to get
LA,
into that New York pussy. Right.
Yeah, I think I was excited, like, oh, it's new shit here, new city, all this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Right.
And I think stand-up also was harder here to like get into places, and it still is hard. It's a lot more effort and work than LA because there's just more people, there's more spots. And that's why I moved, but it was like a shock, an ego punch to my ego, like, damn, this is gonna be harder than I thought.
Right.
So I put a lot of my energy into dating and women. And so now I'm at the point where I'm like, it could be a good date. And maybe last year, if it was a good date, I would be like thirsty to have another date.
Right.
But at this point, if you're not like adding to the mission of Danny becoming a successful comedian, or they'd be like,
if you have a Netflix deal in your back pocket, like when I'm going to pull out the card to pay for the check and you're not pulling out your business card for your fucking Netflix CEO, get out of my face.
No, it's not even that. It's more so like, do you bring joy? Like, do you bring relief?
Additive to my life.
Yeah. If I have a spot, are you like pissed off that I have a spot and are trying to make me like not go to my spot? You know, like that supportive type shit.
Yeah.
If you're not like adding to that part, then it's like not really of value to me.
Yeah. I mean, so were you like historically like, okay. When did your comedy dream come into play? Later? Comedy came later?
Yeah, I didn't start till I was like 26, almost 27.
Do you feel like you were like a career-driven type of person though, like as a younger person? Or you like, I'm trying to make it in this life, whatever it is?
I was always entrepreneurial. Like my first job was selling insurance.
You did the bad technologies. I almost forgot.
Well, yeah. And then I created drones.
Right.
I essentially was the founder of drones.
Peter Thiel's AKA best friend.
Yeah. My middle name is Thiel,
Awesome.
after Peter. But no, I was always entrepreneurial. I wasn't like a good student, so I always like never was that kind of driven. But I always knew I wanted to make money and be successful and like have autonomy. So my first job was like selling insurance, which is like a very autonomous, but like a horrible job.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got into technology. And then I moved to Chicago for my ex because she was in grad school. And then and at that point when I left San Francisco, I knew I didn't want to do technology, but I needed to make money, like get my shit together.
Sure.
And so I progressed.
They gave you a little taste of the sweet life.
Yeah.
Having that nice technological money.
And Chicago's cheap. And
true.
so I was making good money. It's like making like 6 figures in my mid 20s. And I was like, I thought this was a fix it, but it didn't. So then I started doing stand up. And so I've always been driven, but in the way of like, I want to be a weird corporate guy. Like I was never kind of that. That was never my bag. I just wanted money and autonomy.
Yeah. I mean, were you like, when you started to feel, when do you feel like you became serious about the idea of like a relationship or love ever? Like,
I mean, I would say probably when I met my ex, because I was living in Charlotte at the time. I was 23, I think, something like that. And so I was like, I'd never been in a relationship ever, high school,
so no
college.
one tried to be your GF in high school? Or did the person you lost your virginity to ever like be?
No.
Never.
No, that was like a random, random is a strong word, but that was like a very casual
How
thing.
were you feeling about your virginity? Were you like
back then?
Yeah, I was very much like, get rid of it. I'm ready to get it over with, get out of here. I was a
junior. I was a junior, so it was late.
Same.
So,
yeah,
and I was like
late. Well, when was your first kiss?
I think it was like middle school or no, elementary school. I had a girl that I was she was my girlfriend for like a hot second in middle school, like fifth grade, I think.
Just the way, the exact same way that I could tell that when people haven't been bullied, I can tell when they had a boyfriend, girlfriend, even if it was when they were a child, because I didn't, like I can
a girl named Riley. We were like dating for like, but we like kissed on some like, it wasn't like, we were making out or like kissing every once in a while.
Sure.
That was like, end of elementary school. But yeah, serious. Yeah, at that point, I'm in my early 20s. I'm like, I've had little situationships in college, like ongoing things where like I care about this person, they care about me, but it didn't manifest in that way. And I probably came close once in high school, but I moved to Florida. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, I should probably give this a shot at some point, just to try.
Thing.
The being in a relationship kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like just getting out of the streets and shit. So that's probably 23, probably was the first time. And then I would say post being single again at 30, I would say this past like year-ish, 6 months, I've been like, okay, I could do it with the right person, but they got to be real specific. And being in a place of transition, it has to be a real specific lady.
Okay, so many questions. One, for the audience, how long were you married?
Like 2.5 years.
Okay. So we don't have to get so into it, but just a little bit. Like, what do you think it was? Was it something about her or the situation, like the time in your life that made that relationship like become a relationship? Oh, fuck.
See, it's the ghost. There you go.
My coffee just fell everywhere. I'm finally doing a real question and all my coffee falls over everything. I'm so sorry. Wait, I'm like, is this spilling? Oh my God. Did I break all my technology? Truly, actually give me 1 second before I ruin everything that I've spent money on.
Ding, 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 ding. It's true.
Dead man walking.
Hilarious.
Were those your sound effects?
Nevertheless, she persisted.
That was crazy.
It went, and I thought about it for 1 second where I was like, this coffee could fall. But then I was like, no, it's not. It's not going to fall. And it's like, oh, the way that you have Jenga towered, like, I am an interesting person is what I'll say. Okay. And we're going back into seamless, absolute. Wait, I think we're all right. Okay. I was doing awesome questions. Okay. Yeah. What do you think was it about that situation that made you lock in? Was it a her thing? Was it a time thing? Was it,
No, I think when you're at a point where you're like in your early 20s and you don't come from money like that and you weren't like a scholar student and you're finding success, you think that the things that will make you happy is just money itself. Like, money will fix a lot of it, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was not rich, but I was like doing pretty good for myself.
Yeah.
And so you get in that point where you're working your ass off, you get these things, you have the access, but it's not fixing it. That is a thing that'll make you change the way you look at life and what's most important at an early age, even if you had like financial trauma. And I think, when I met my ex, I was this kid who was moving to San Francisco to pursue a job in tech with like security and all this kind of shit. So when you sign up for that, and if you're that kind of person that you like that kind of thing, me totally kind of doing a 180, that's like alarming to a lot of people. And I think a lot of people and or women would agree that that's like a tough pill to swallow, to be like, all right, this person who I'm with goes from coming home every night at by 5:30 and we have dinner together and it's simple. We get paid every 2 weeks. We can save $1,000 every check, whatever, that kind of simple life, to this person's, I might not see him until 11 when he gets home, or he's at a bar, or he's quitting his job to freelance. Like, that is, for a particular kind of people, that is alarming, and I understand that. And most people don't live life that way. So I think all of that made me realize what's most important is you have to like follow your dream and follow what's important to you.
Yeah.
And the relationships, the right people will come, whether it be someone you're fucking, someone you want to marry, someone
Yeah.
who you just want to be friends with. You have to like be on your own path, and then those kind of stop lights or exits on that path, those rest breaks on that path will appear as you're on your path, but you can't like pigeonhole or screw drive people into that path if they're not part of it.
Right. Do you feel like
that's kind of been
got with like but in the beginning, do you feel like you were like, okay, this now is when I am supposed to do the relationship thing, and like what made you go from like no dating, not necessarily being like yearning for it as other people were, to like, okay, this now let's do this now this time.
I mean, honestly, I still wasn't looking for it. Like when I got in a relationship, I was moving from North Carolina to at that point. So I was like 23. I'd been out of school for like a year and a half or so. And I was in Charlotte, and I was like, Charlotte was cool. I went to school in North Carolina. So I'm like, this is cool. This is the big city in the state. It's fun. But I knew I wanted to be in a big city at that point. I had friends that were living in New York. I had friends in LA. I had nobody in San Francisco, but I was literally applying to jobs remotely for San Francisco, LA, or New York, like blindly on LinkedIn. And it just so happened the first good job that I got was in San Francisco. Okay. I was like, fuck it, I'll take it. So I was like not looking for a relationship, but I think my heart was open to be like, I'll entertain this. Yeah. And for a hot second, she was applying to schools in the area too. So I was like, oh, maybe it could work out. It didn't work out in that way. She ended up going to Chicago. So it was different in the space that I was just like entertaining being in a relationship for the first time. Yeah. But I still wasn't looking for it because I was like on the move, Yeah.
How did it go from that to marriage?
I mean, I think you build on top of it. You like move in with somebody.
So this is okay. This is actually interesting. This is a question because I mean, I am confronting this question constantly now as a single person again after being in like a 3.5 year bad situation. But that started very like in COVID during the protest, like it's not normal. He was living with me, frankly, before we went on like a date to a place, you know what I mean? Yeah. So now I'm like being on the other side of that, where there were so many things that were wrong with that relationship and that were like not quote unquote normal or healthy. But I'm now on the, all these years later feeling like, I'm just like asking that question to myself and in general, like what is normal? Like what's the path? How many dates and then it's this and then it's that. And like, I do think that normal is a fallacy. Normal is just kind of how they do white supremacy and fascism upon us, the binary, et cetera, carceral thinking, et cetera. But I am trying, it's interesting because it's like also what's normal now is like was not normal, fucking 30, 40 years ago, blah, blah, So did you feel like you were like, what felt like the normal track? Was that why you kind of were doing it? Like this is.
I mean, up until it even ended, there was never like a big blow up moment where like, oh, I have an alcohol problem, or she's fucking some dude and I walk in. I think, that's you. Sometimes you wish, exactly. Sometimes you wish that thing happened so that you have a reason to like, well, this is the reason, so fuck it, is what it is. Yeah. So I think it probably went on longer, like most relationships do, because of that. But I think that you create it is that normal thing, and you kind of get along with each other. You have fun. You're young, so you also don't know. You don't know what problems are
like
real.
That was young. Like when you look back on yourself at that time,
absolutely.
You're like, oh my God, I was so young, right?
Like for that to be my first real relationship, you don't know what's normal or not normal, let alone now you're living with somebody a year in. And it's like, you don't know what a real fight is. You don't know what like, oh, this is a small thing or a little thing. So ultimately, I think for anybody that's entertaining a relationship, what's most important is like, your life mission aligning, right? Like your life, how you want to live life when you're 65, and when they're 65 and you're 65, you look at like where we would want to be. If those two things aren't close or the same thing, then that's probably going to be the issue. Of course, in the meantime, if someone's an alcoholic or like abusive, then like sure that you should also exit left. Yeah, but like I think a lot of people get mistaken by like, oh, I'm attracted to this person. We have really good sex. She likes the same kind of music I like, or vice versa.
Right.
And we, you know, his parents are rich and he has money, and unless it's right, it can just go and go and go because of 80% of the relationship is good.
Right.
But in reality, we know this person wants to do this with their life. This person wants to do that with their life. Or this person cares about kids a lot. This person doesn't want kids, you know, so you can't let that 20% go away, because that 20% is what is important. I think if we all went in relationships only caring about that 80%, we'd all be in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's that last 20% that's important.
What were you like? How were you feeling about yourself in relation to, this is a 2-part question. I want to go deeper back. I want to go to virginity. How were you feeling about yourself with like sexuality and the idea of relationships and love, like post losing your virginity and then like into, you know what I mean? That space. How are you
I was
self-identifying?
I mean, I'm straight, I like girls.
Yeah, for sure. Right. Yeah.
But I wasn't like hypersexual after that experience. I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't like throwing dick down like, oh, I fucked shit. It was like bad sex. And you're sneaking around, like bad sneaking around sex is not, it just wasn't, and you're not like in love with the person. It wasn't fly. It was just like mid.
Yeah.
And I think, I don't know, I might not even did I hit anything after in high school else? I don't know. I might not have hit nothing else till college.
That's cool.
It might have been somebody else, but I don't remember. I wasn't like hyper like eager to get some
like insecure, like you were feeling confident and like assured of yourself in that way. Were you feeling like assured about like flirting and like date, like the idea of that sort of going forward?
Yeah, no, I've always felt good about and fly about myself. It just was like I wasn't hyper focused at that point to like get pussy, like sneak around school, get some pussy. Like it just wasn't as much of a priority. Like by the time I got to college, I had the freedom and the space to kind of do my thing. Then like it became more of a thought, but I wasn't really trying to date. Like I need to find a girlfriend or whatever. Like I messed around a little bit, like got some head a couple times, but like it wasn't like I'm
nobody's mad
cracking
at that.
somebody. Yeah, I know. It's like I just wasn't. I don't know why I wasn't as eager to be like, I need to get some pussy. Like the way I am now versus when I was, you would think.
Well, you're still horny now. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty, yeah, kind of.
Pretty kind of much.
Yeah, but it's still not. It doesn't control my life.
What are you feeling horny for?
Yeah. What you mean?
In general, like what's yeah, sure, but
Coochie.
like, is there a like certain? Yeah, I mean, I guess how many? Well,
I think genuine connection. I mean, at this point, I would say.
But what does that look like? Like, what type of are you finding like a common thread of people that you are more drawn to, not drawn to? Is variety the spice of life? What's going on?
Yeah, you gotta be like. I mean, being a creative is super helpful, or entrepreneurial, super helpful. Because we can just talk about our lives, whatever level it is, whether you're on TV. Or you're, broke as fuck auditioning. Like I think just having a similarity in life is helpful in that way. You gotta look good and have some style. Then we could make it happen. But like, yeah, that's probably the spice of. And yeah, I mean, honestly, you have to be like a sexual person. Like I've had to like, I'll have sex, I guess, and that's just not that fun.
Sure. Well, and that's the thing. It's like. More and more, well, it's like, duh, but the way I'm about to say something is so stupid.
Say it.
Yeah, just simply the more you're really attracted to someone, the more you want to have sex. like, yeah, like.
But some people have lower drive. Some people don't have as much of a drive or like adventure in them when it comes to sex.
Well, I think that was always my like. I think I was always horny town USA, and especially like, that's the thing when it's like, when you don't have somewhere to put it or you're putting it, you're actually putting it somewhere that it's not good, but you were so horny town USA that you're like, okay, I got to get it out somewhere. And then looking back, you're like, didn't need to put it there though. You know?
Yeah.
But now we're more discerning now these days, because I mean, I've been reflecting so much on my sexual past these days, where it's just like, okay, numbers wise, how many of those did I like? How many of those were fun in the end? You know?
Yeah, that's a whole different conversation.
That's a whole other sort of conversation. But it's like, you simply also don't know what you don't know until you know it, about how good things can be when you're actually so into somebody, you know?
Right.
But I think that men probably have this problem less, not being binary about it. But as we said earlier, the women are the most beautiful goddesses of all time.
I mean, I do feel like a lot of our homies,
everyone
maybe as
has
we get older,
a dynamic.
Yeah, as we get older, a lot of my homies are like, because the thing is, when you're trying to be when you're a decent person, I don't even say good, but a decent person on the scale of good people, you don't want to fuck someone and then if I have to fuck you and then immediately want you to leave,
right?
That's not good. And I've been there. We've all been there a handful of times where I'm like, please don't want to stay, and you don't want to kick them out. Right. So now you're sitting there laying with this person, or you're being quiet, and it's like, are they gonna leave? And they don't leave, or they feel awkward like that. If you got to do that, then you probably shouldn't be fucking that person. You shouldn't. There's no probably about it.
Right. And my version of that I realized is like, oh yeah, sometimes I'll have sex with someone and then like for days after it, I'll have flash memories of it, and I'm like, and I go like this, I like flinch and I have to shake it off, and I'm like, I don't actually, no, I don't remember that, and then I'm like, that's not a good way to feel.
You didn't like it? Damn.
Yeah, or where yeah, but then I'll have the opposite. I'll have the reverse where, you know, then I'm like, woo, like there, you know. There were times where I was so horny in my last year in New York, where I had like a horny experience. We didn't even fuck. It was just like, you know, just very like hooking up everything but vibes. And yeah, those were times where I felt like I was in a movie and I'm like on the train and I'm just kind of like looking at the ad, but like thinking of, you know, just.
Why were you not hooking up? That's crazy.
So the whole thing, you know, friends, but then I don't wanna, and then da. And it That's is, here's what, let me ask you this. Well, I don't know. It seems like you've never had, this is a good question. Has there ever been someone that you have had simply so much desire for but you don't, you know, that you're not necessarily acting on, but you're not like a yearner or a longerer?
If I know it's appropriate, like there's comedians, like my rule.
Oh, I had another. Yeah, go on. Okay.
Yeah, my general rule is no to comedians.
Sure.
Right? Like we just can't. Okay. We shouldn't be doing this. We shouldn't. I've done it.
My question was going to be, have you? And I was going to ask the question and then answer it, and I'm going to say yes. Which is, have you had people on your podcast you've had a crush on? The answer is yes, because I know you have. We all. If you have this podcast, I'm sure that you have.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm not.
It's easy.
No, yeah, I'm not like. I'm not like come on my podcast so we can fuck.
No, but you're like
it's crazy.
But like, come on my podcast.
Oh yeah, I'm not having the ugly people on my podcast either. So it's like, yeah, it's a vibe. Right. It's a vibe. Yeah, it's a particular vibe. Absolutely. Okay.
But so there have been comedians that you have longed for, but you're like, nah, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, like, all right. I mean, at this point, I might even say it.
Say it.
No, not on the thing.
Say it later.
Like to them, to the shorty.
Okay.
If she's a comedian and I know her.
Yeah.
Sometimes if a comedian shows up on even a dating app, when I was like on the apps a lot, I might be like, let me know if I needed to ignore this. I've said that once before. I'm like, Chuck, whatever. And I'm not like pressing you.
Yeah.
But I'm even as a friendly compliment, like you look good, like you're fly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm not pressed. I'm not like,
but you're not trying to go for it.
Not really. No. Cause there's so many attractive, just same to her. Just so many other attractive, cool guys in the city.
No, that's not true. Oh, well, I guess in New York. Well,
you live in New York. There's a lot of attractive, cool, fly
yes
dudes.
And no. Like yes and no. A lot of them are snatched up, I will say. I mean, at least the last I was there for.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that part.
A lot of them are snatched. A lot of them are fucking bad. Not good. No, I mean, I just think, I think our options are worse in the end. So
yeah, I mean, it's just different problems, but for sure. But it's different problems, but sure. I just think it's just usually not worth it to be like, Whereas like if you had all these characteristics that you look good, you're cool, you're whatever, I'd probably date you because you're not a comedian. Whereas if you're a comedian, unless it's like this is my fucking perfect match.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, but what if you fall in love? What do you think is?
Then I would.
What do you think's gonna make you fall in love? What do you think's the thing that's gonna make you fall in love?
Make me fall in love?
Yeah, you're not like necessarily prioritizing that right now, but you're open to it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
Make me fall in, like what would that person need to look like and like characteristics?
If that's what it's gonna be, how beautiful she is. No, I mean I guess like having this time and space from your last long, because I guess you haven't been in a longer term relationship since the big one.
No, I've been close.
What's that?
Where like a long term situationship in like LA where like, we spend time together weekly, if not maybe once, twice a week, but just like wasn't quite there.
What's the in between?
Like starting and stopping?
Or what's not turning it into a relationship and what's keeping it a situationship?
I mean, I've been in this space of transition where I'm like, especially when I was in LA, I'm like, am I moving to New York kind of shit? Right. I thought I was going to probably move. And like,
it's always when you're probably going to move that someone's like, hey. Yeah.
And I'm like 3-ish years out of the relationship now. So I was 2 years out of, like it was fresh divorce and thinking about moving. It was like, it just would have made things way more complicated, like trying to be someone's boyfriend. And to be honest, for me to be in a relationship with someone, like I just know how much work it actually is at this age to be like a grown adult boyfriend. Like I got to go to your mom's fucking retirement party. I got to go to Uncle Johnny's, your nephew's in town. I got to have dinner with, it's a different level of commitment that I would want to be able to give that I don't necessarily think that I have at this, or at least I have. I don't want to give that.
Well,
right
you just
now.
gave it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is I know I keep saying we're not going to get into it, but I have to get into it a little bit more. What's the leap from no commitment to the commitment? What do you think that was? Was it external pressures or just the?
No, it was just like, sure. Just when you've been just getting random pussy for your whole life, it's like, I should probably try this.
But marriage is a leap.
Yeah, but then you're already living with somebody, so you're just in the routine. And it's like, all right, you go to year. Like I in retrospect, I would hope that she would think the same. And I'm not like trying to talk down. I would assume that she would probably think that we shouldn't have got married to begin with.
Right.
I think we were like good to each other for the most part, but we just were two different people.
Does it make you scared to do it again?
No, not scared. Because I just know what it should look like and what it should be. So if I were to do it and it's right, then I would do it and I wouldn't trip. Like I'm a monogamous person. Like I'm single until I'm not. So I'm in the streets until the very last minute, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna chill.
Yeah.
I would say in LA, I kind of was like pretty chill by the time I left because I was just seeing a particular person. So I was pretty chill around that. But like in New York or even early LA when I was single, I'm not committed until I am. Well, I'm committed. Like I'm not like a poly.
What's the switch?
I mean, we gotta satisfy me or each other, I should say, in multiple different ways. Like emotionally, physically is important. I feel like if I can't be physically fulfilled from this one person, then we're probably not a match. And vice versa. I would assume so too, right? Like if I can't fulfill her sexually, and vice versa, that's important to me. Mentally, spiritually. Whatever, all the things that are important.
Believe that happens when you die.
Yeah, right. I mean, I'm not even so much like religion. Like I'm kind of agnostic when it comes to that shit a little bit.
But like your
but yeah, like you have to have a
vibes.
purpose.
Right.
Like you have to like have a higher purpose to something. Whatever the God is, you got to believe in like morality and being good to people and shit like that.
How long do you think? Like, because this is all in my thinkings about what's normal, because hey, I'm a romantic, okay? I feel feelings big when I do, I think. And I think that's been, I mean, frankly, that's why I got into a bad situation, probably. But I was also like 23, so I have to give myself grace. I'm trying to fucking do it every day. Trying to do it every day. He wasn't, but you know, he was 6 years older than me. He had no excuse.
How old are you?
I'm 30. How old are you?
Okay.
33. Yeah, I knew it.
Once again, you should have done your research. That's fucked up.
No, I mean, I knew it was something like that. I was gonna say 33. You don't give me a chance. There's a lag. there's a preemptive lag.
No, that's fine.
But yeah, it's like sort of how long are you like? This is what I'm just trying. I'm like fielding. Like how long? Okay. Like how long do you give a sort of connection until you're like, I don't think this is actually it.
I think the 3 month mark is it.
Okay, interesting.
If you're in the same city,
dating, like
you have access.
You're dating like consistently for 3 months.
Access to this person. 3 months is the mark, maybe 4.
I feel like that's a long time to give someone of your life.
Yeah, once a week. If I'm seeing you once a week, or you know, I'm not, because I'm also busy, so I don't have every other day. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Wait, so 3-4 months, and then it's like either yes or no kind of vibes. Like now you're like this is when I would turn it into you're my GF. Or
like we're just going to be fuck buddies until further notice. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
3 to 4 months. Because think about it. First month, you're high, whatever. Maybe you fuck once or twice. Oh, this is amazing. This is cool. Second month, we start like doing less of that super planned out things. Where we just like, you're out, I'm out. Let's meet up and fuck around, and I'll sleep over type shit. Maybe. Month 3, we start maybe, let's get back into our date bag. Let's, you know, make sure we're still fucking courting each other. Do a couple dates. We'll do. And you start like doing longer, like less planned out things, but you're like doing things.
Interesting.
So you're throwing in like variables, like, oh, let's go to eat, and you want to go to a show? Let's go to a show. Like you're just kind of figuring it out. And so you're seeing this person in a different light. You're seeing them plan out a thing. You're seeing them how they get ready to come see you. You're seeing them, you know,
whole life.
A life thing might have happened in that time. Somebody got sick, a dog got sick, a parent got sick, parents in town.
Wow.
You get some trauma stories.
Yeah.
So that month 3, 4, it's like, this is weird, you know, or the sex stops because you know, whatever, we were freaky once.
Passion's gone. Drunken love is you're sober now.
Yeah. Or she realizes like, actually, I want to be poly and fuck 8 niggas.
Has that happened,
you know, it's
to
like, yeah, I mean, it's New York. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the problem with New York is they're all like, you're like, oh, the hot people, they're all poly and fucking each other. And what if I don't want to do all that?
No, that's crazy. I mean, this girl literally on the first date, it was a kind of a spicy date, but she was like, yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be in a monogamous thing again. My baby girl, we can fuck around, like, but
yeah, but that's
no, we can fuck around, but we just can't. You can never be my boyfriend, and I'm just like on the couch, and you're going to like Leroy's house.
It's tough.
Like, all right, see you later.
Tough because it's like, I get it. Conceptually, I get it. Relationship anarchy. Let's go. Absolutely anarchize it all. Is that a word? Anarchize? I had made it up. But like also my tendency is just straight up, I'm like, I think I'm too fucking, I'm picky where I'm like, oh, if I like you, it's like, finally someone I like, you know, like why?
Yeah, like we could do shit together, but I just, and I'm not even that, oh, we gotta be fucking girls together, but like, I'm a simply freaky person. We're like, if you're just nasty, we could be nasty together and probably conquer the world. Like I don't need to be fucking other girls, and I don't want you fucking other guys or girls, really.
And
not necessarily.
This is true because, you know, that's what I saw. Someone did like a video about this recently, how it's like, it is actually, it's easier to be a slut in a relationship where you can do, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to be, it's vulnerable to be slutty, freaky, crazy, you know, especially as a woman.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean we don't want to do it. But like with any random person, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
This is my personal stuff, you know?
Yeah.
So this.
And I think that like when you're single, sure, it's like the stress of dating or fucking around is like cool, but you don't put that much effort into it. But for me, Danny, my life is stressful. I'm trying to follow my dreams. I'm trying to make money doing something that maybe only like 300 people actually do successfully in the fucking world.
Right.
You know, like tour, make money, make good money, make as a comedian.
Right.
So if I'm gonna spend time and like give my feelings to somebody and be vulnerable to somebody, I need that to be simple. not that relationships are simple, but I need to be like, I know with me and my girl, this is our goal. This is what she likes, this is what I like, and I'm going to work to provide that for her. And I know this is our parameters of how we need to make each other happy.
What's being vulnerable simple though? What's that? Like,
this is how I feel today. I feel shitty. I feel good. I'm sad about something. Oh, you're sad. Let me listen to you. How do you like to be treated? Oh, you feel shitty. Let me go get you some food. Let me bring some food over. Let me fuck the shit out of you. Let me, send you whatever. Let me drive you to your mom's house. Let me build this shelf for you. Like the acts of service, the things that
is that your thing? Acts of service? Is that your one?
Yeah, probably. I would say, yeah. Fucking and acts of service is my love.
See, it's interesting how you're like, I wasn't so horny, and now it seems that you're so horny. When was that transition to becoming actually you're such a, now I'm a freak. Now I'm a freakazoid, by the way.
I think you like, getting out of your 20s and you single in LA and New York, you're in your early 30s will do that to you.
It's just, you're blaming the environment?
No, I mean the environment and being single for the first time in a long time.
Did it feel like, oh my God, now I have to explore all the angles of sexual life?
No,
not all of them. We get it. You're straight. Okay.
No, I'm not like, I have friends who like, they go to like sex parties and shit. I haven't done that yet. I'm like,
you're in New York.
I
might
need
as well
to see that.
I didn't either. But I know they were around.
I don't know if this is my
frankly
bag.
like, I'm gonna see someone I know there. Do I want to?
Yeah.
Do I want to see them fuck?
Another butt naked dude. I just don't think I need that in my like.
I kind of want to go, but not as me. Like I would like to go to a sex party as I'm not me, but I am. Like I'll go fuck at the fuck party, but I don't want to be myself. I don't want you to know I'm fucking up. I want to clone into like another person that's like, I guess, enough like me that it's feeling like my experience.
Yeah, I'm not like judging people like, oh, you're disgusting for going. I just don't know if it's like, it's not such a, it's like, I don't really think it's my bag. I don't necessarily need to be there.
But I'm sort of like, one time in my life I should go. That's kind of how I feel.
Like a strip club is cool. It's like, yeah, a strip club is cool, whatever. Even like that. I've only really been to strip clubs for like bachelor parties.
I was always trying to get my class at the IO Improv to go to the strip club that was next to the IO Improv in Chicago at the time. Never happened. I thought it would have been a fun bonding experience.
Yeah, strip clubs are fun, but it's just not like I gotta go. Like, I don't know. I'm a simply freaky person, I guess.
You're simply freaky.
I'm like 2005
Friday.
freaky.
What does that mean?
Just like regular.
Just regular freaky stuff.
George Bush administration freak. I'm not like.
Wow, George Bush administration type of freak.
That's.
What's something that you feel like you've learned you're that type of freak 2005. But is there anything else that you feel like you've learned about yourself in relation to like your dynamic as a person in love, how you feel when you're like crushing on someone? Like, do you even get crushes in life? Have you historically gotten crushes like where it's like maybe this person's a little bit more of an idea or something to fantasize about or whatever, or like play with the idea but not necessarily go for it? We keep going back on this show about whether a crush is someone that you actively go for or you only sort of, so that's also folded into
I'm in a world now where like I feel as though if I'm outside and it's getting warm in New York too, if you do look apart and I feel like you are a vibe and we're like making eye contact, I'm going to probably say something. Social media kind of allows you to connect with people easier too.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think a crush is like, you can have a celebrity crush, which is also in doing entertainment. It's like you low-key might interact with, like, there's a lot of crushes now that like I'm one person away from seeing this person in real life.
Absolutely.
So you have to like kind of curb the way you talk about people. Because you might fuck around and be at a party. It was like,
because you think you might because it might happen for you soon. Who knows?
Yeah, but in low key, I've been talking about this on stage. I've had a real weird run the past like year where I've like talked to some not famous, But it's like people that like are successful in entertainment.
Yes.
So after you do that a couple of times, it's like, yeah, things are attainable. And these people are just people, as I'm people.
Right.
It's not that big of a deal to be like, oh, she's popping.
Did it demystify the crush for you a little bit? Or
I mean, you can still like somebody.
Yeah.
But I think also it's one of those things where there's so many famous people that you find some. This happened to me recently where I met this shorty. And I don't know to this day how famous she actually is. We were just talking about like touring and doing venues and shit. I'm like, well, the way she was saying it, I'm thinking, all right, maybe she's doing like 300 seaters, whatever.
Sure.
But she was like, yeah, like we kind of do like, multiple thousand, seat places. I'm like, oh, okay, that's crazy. I need to look you up. This is crazy. I said that to her. I'm like, I need to figure out how famous you are. But it's like, even if I did know that, I wouldn't give a fuck because it's like, I mean this respectfully, who are you kind of in that way of like, you're still a person.
You're just a person.
And I think highly of myself as well. And I support you. I want you to be fly. I like that you're successful.
I was gonna say, are you looking for like a power couple type situation? I want to be in a power couple personally.
That'd be fly. Yeah. Right? I would want my shorty to be passionate. Passionate is the most important. You got to be passionate about a thing. And I would hope that passion has driven you to success. Yeah. I have no problem with dating someone that's more successful than me. Because I feel like eventually I'll get there, whatever that is, whether it's millions of dollars or a couple 100,000, whatever it is.
Right.
I think I'll be good with whatever I put my mind to. And if she's balling and doing her shit, then like, I think that's like a misconception that a lot of guys maybe a lot of guys are jealous. Me, Danny Sellers, I don't have that jealousy. If anything, it's a turn off.
Don't put that on me.
It's a turn off if you're not successful, kind of. Not successful, but like not passionate and like actively going for it every day.
It's crazy to have a crush on someone who's like doing their stuff and you're like, okay, do your stuff. And then that's like actually inspiring to you. And you're like, I'm also doing my stuff. What the hell? What if we're doing it all together?
Because that's like a real relationship. That's a give and take. That's like a balance. Like, all right, it's my night to support you. It's your night to support me. It's both of our days to just lock in. We either don't live with each other. Maybe I'll talk to you tonight, do your shit. Just call me before you go to sleep type shit. Like, that's the kind of relationship that I probably see myself being in, is someone that is equally as busy and we find time to make for each other. But we're not like 6 o'clock. I can't be with someone at 5:45. She's looking at her clock like, when is he coming home so we can have dinner? Right. For the fourth night in a row. I was like, that's not going to be me.
I know. I've been dealing with this. Like, it's funny because it's like you realize. I have been realizing. Okay. How many setups for this one thought can I have? So I've been thinking about, the last few years has been very like, I'm doing my healing journey in my brain from all of the bad stuff and all of the, like trauma responses and etc. And you can do that on your own for a while. And then that's like good. You're like percolating, whatever. But I realized like as I've entered the dating sphere again, it's like, oh, wait, now I have to do it. Oh shit, I have to integrate it all. Where I'm like, and it's been super, super interesting to realize like, oh, this fucking like insecure attachment style, like anxious attachment or whatever, like when I see it boil up for like literally no reason, it's like, whoa. But then you have to be quiet. And I'm like, I'm working on it. It's very interesting where like, why is it that when I get a text from a guy, like, I'm like, he's canceling on me. Like he's 100% about to cancel on me. Has this guy ever canceled on me before? No, literally not one time. Yeah. Is it all of these other fucking things?
Yeah.
Like, absolutely.
I mean, we all have the traumas that we have to like battle through. And I definitely have recently have had to like reconcile like some of my little triggers, but also I feel like sometimes having a trigger is okay. It's like, that's how evolution happens. That's how people like don't die.
What are your triggers?
It's like inconsistency or like disrespect.
Ooh, can't have that one.
Like if you're not consistency can mean we're just fucking every other week. Consistency can mean we're trying to be in a relationship. Consistency can mean, whatever. But if you like are someone who's all of a sudden acting weird or switching up,
wishy-washy,
then it's like we can just have a conversation. Because to be honest, more times than not, I'm still, once again, I'm single until I'm not. So I'm still doing my thing, following my dreams in the streets the whole time.
Yeah.
So if you're just honest, then we can go about our day. But the moment I feel like you're kind of being wishy-washy, then it's like I've kind of opened up the walls for us to have conversations. So if you choose to not even accept my offering or the environment that I'm trying to create, it's like,
so you're trying to have these capital C conversations these days. How do they go
like
with
month? Yeah, like a month or two in. If we kicking it, we want to like.
So yeah,
date
what's the conversation
4, 5,
around a month in? Okay. I love it. Tell me exactly.
We're on date 4, 5, 6. We should be having some kind of conversation, probably.
Interesting.
Just about like, because the first date convo you have it like, so what are you looking for? Whatever. That's one thing. You're horny and you're just a stranger. When you have some context about somebody, you've maybe slept over, you've had sex at that point, 4 or 5 dates in, you kind of get a decent picture of, is this person, what are the vibes? You start thinking about like, that's early to be like, should we be exclusive? But it's still reasonable.
That's what I'm trying to figure out every day is like what, because of knowing, especially this like this attachment style thing where I'm like, I think I'm trying to think about all the time is other relationships I have in my life that feel super fucking abundant, that are like actually the opposite. I have no scarcity lack mindset where I'm like, V, she's going to call me back when she calls me back. Like, I know she's going to call me.
Right.
I don't think in those in-betweens that she hates me. So how can I have that in like every relationship, whatever? But when you have this layer of like something where you're like, then it's hard for me to understand like, basically, when am I being crazy and when am I being normal? And what are the definitions of those things?
I mean, I think sometimes people are being crazy to you. I think your reactions, most of the time our reactions, at least me, Danny, are correct. So if I feel something that's weird, usually I'm like, oh, that's weird for a reason, and like, fuck that. Because I think I'm relatively reasonable, right? Like I don't want to be texting you all day, every day. I don't want to see you every other day. Like, I have stuff to do, and or other people maybe to see, whatever. So I don't like need that constant attention or where are you doing? Where are you at? Whatever. That's not even when I was married, that's not my bag to be like, where the fuck you at? Drop the location. So for me to feel even weird off of that environment, then you're probably doing something weird, and it's not worth it. And especially being in New York, and I think highly of myself, I think I can find someone. If I would put effort, if I go out,
no, but that's
tonight,
the key, and I think highly of myself. That's the point. That is the key. Is like, oh, well, because that's what I realized. Where I mean, I think I have some undiagnosed whatever that makes me like, I'm like,
we all do.
I got this. I'm like a million songs in my head, a million thoughts in my head, whatever. Can't stop. Addicted to the shindig. But where I'm like, oh, what is that thing that when you have something good that you're like experiencing, that is like, now my brain's like, like capture it in your brain, like hold it forever, like look, like remember that face, good face, remember the face, and it's like, and that's my own fucking trauma of whatever, abandonment or blah blah blah, where it's like, because a good face might be gone, and it's like, the next step of realizing, okay, even if it's gone, life goes on, blah, 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 blah. That's also like part of the weird integration shit I'm trying to do. But it's hard because it's like, it's funny because I am also like, I literally don't want to be texted all day. So what the fuck am I even like talking about actually? But I think I just like, I don't know. I will get like, there are moments with people where I'm just like, I'm overwhelmed by a feeling now. Oh no, does that happen to you, or you feel more in control?
I'm pretty good about staying even keel with it. Like I just can't. You can't get too high or too low on people until you should.
Right.
Like it's truly a flip of a switch for me to be like, all right, I'm in it.
That's so interesting. I feel like I've tried to get the answer, but I can't actually get the answer. I guess it's an ineffable like hard thing to pinpoint of what's the When you're like
the thing that gets me to switch.
Yeah.
I think it's mutual care. You know, we both care about each other.
I have a better way to ask this question.
Okay.
Can you recall moments in your life where it was like, now I know that we're on this same page? Do you know what I mean? Where it's, you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I mean,
it might not be, but
I don't know if I've yet to met someone that I feel like I can't live without. You know what I'm saying? And once again, this is probably not a good thing to like
make that the barometer.
Yeah. Or like
one day
a natural,
you will have to
healthy
live without
thing.
them, whether you die first or they do. You know?
Yeah, you know. I've had real care for people that like to this day, even if we're not fucking, I want to check in. And this girl I used to talk to, we talked on the phone for like 2 hours a couple days ago. That it ended like rocky. I moved, but then like, you know, I was like, damn, we've like since reconciled and you know whatever. But all we have is friendship at this point. So it's like I care about this person as a human. And I want, whether she found the love of our life tomorrow, I would still care about her.
Yeah.
And I have a couple of those situations where I'm like, it didn't work out for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But we're still like homies and cool. And I think most people that I've been in relationships with long term, you know, beyond 3-4 months, we're like pretty cool. You know, we're friends. Because I've gotten better at creating that language going into it. But as far as like to your question, I don't know. I think I've been so like mission driven that, and I'm a picky person. I don't know if I've been like, oh, I can't live without, like this person is making me do a thing that,
yeah.
I mean, like, I've been married before. I've moved across the country for a woman. So like, of course I felt some kind of way with that. But I think some of that was just like immaturity and like lack of holistically understanding
like what you were doing,
what feelings mean, and then how those actions should be influenced by those feelings versus me just being like, this is what I should be doing because this is responsible.
Right. So now you're just feeling more, you're feeling careful with your heart, etc.
I'm a wave, and either you're gonna I'm going to eventually keep going regardless. So if you're gonna catch the wave and you're a vibe, then it's great. But like, that sounds kind of narcissistic, but I feel like I'm the wave.
With me vibes. Well, because I guess that's like who's surfing along with me, you know?
Yeah, because
that's where it's like I guess you got to transform it to like, okay, can I live without you? Maybe, but do I want to? I think that's. I mean,
yeah, no, absolutely. That's very healthy.
That's what I'm trying to do in my.
I just think that when you're like on a particular path in life, this happened, and it's not even like this has happened multiple times. It's not even like this is a theory for me. On a particular path in life, and you're not there yet. A lot of people can be distractions on that path to your thing. And it's cool to be with the funny, cool guy with a good smile and he lives by himself. Oh, he has a decent job. Oh, this is cool, you know. But then when the real reality hits of like, oh, I'm not rich, or he's not on TV already, or it might not happen for him. That uncertainty for a lot of people is just not it. And I'm not salty about it. I understand it because that's tough. It's tough for me, let alone somebody else.
I mean, I'm thinking about certainty so much these days because I think that's like when I interrogate the like anxious, like, well, and that's the thing. I'm not identifying as anxious. I'm actively working on a secure attachment in my life in general, right? I think I'm doing a pretty good job at it, actually. I mean, I don't want, when I'm talking about it on the podcast, it sounds like I'm not doing good, but actually I'm doing really good because I'm keeping it all up in here. I'm doing a lot of thinking. But when I interrogate that part of me, it is sort of like, okay, what are you like looking for? Is it clarity? What is clarity of what? Like, I think ultimately, I'm like always sort of trying to search for some sort of certainty, even though I probably more than most understand that you literally never know what's going to happen in this life, you know? Right. Like that life will, like, I know this so well. I have been going with the goddamn flow for years now. I am flowing in every other part of my life. So like that's what I'm at right now, where I'm just like, what if legit let go? What if legit let go? And what if you literally do not need to know shit about shit because you already still don't know shit about shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I think it's tough, especially if you have certain traumas, whatever. I was talking about this with my therapist recently about like when you are seeking like safety and freedom in relationships, you know, it's like to an extent, what do you need to feel safe? What do you need to feel comfortable? Does it need to be, I need to know XYZ? Are those things even knowable? These are all the questions I'm asking myself. And now it's a question I ask for you. What do you feel like makes you feel safe and comfortable in a connection?
Man, I think it all goes down to consistency. Yeah, like are you showing up who you are?
You moved around a lot as a kid. Me psychoanalyzing.
Probably, yeah, a little bit of that, a little bit of father issues, you know, all that stuff.
Staying.
But yeah, I think it's but at the same time, I'm a pretty consistent person. I think, especially in this edition of Day and Age, I think I'm a pretty consistent person.
Danny 2.0.
Whatever it is, whether it be like we're just fucking around or I'm pursuing you as a person.
Yeah.
So if you're not consistent,
but consistency does require time, so that's interesting. But that makes sense to me now.
Yes and no, like
you're giving that time though.
Because like consistent might just mean texting me back before you go to sleep.
Sure.
Or like, hey, I'm busy.
But how do you prove that consistency?
Tomorrow.
You kind of have to prove it over time a little bit, ish.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can be inconsistent in a little 2-3 month span. You can get really inconsistent fast.
Yeah.
You know, you can be really gung ho about somebody for 6 weeks and then not for the 7th.
Right.
Or the 4 weeks and then 5, and it's like, oh, this got weird fast. This is not consistent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think it has to be like a lot of time to be like, oh, this person's inconsistent. You know what I'm saying?
I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
Are you responding to slides? Are people sliding into your DMs? What's going on?
Yeah, a lot. A lot.
I feel like you're putting out clips that are very much baiting. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? It's funny. I was telling my man that I did not like the one that went the most viral about dating girls in their 30s.
The older, yeah.
That's my reality. I'm dating mostly women in their 30s. Like it's not like
is that a
I'm
conscious
doing that.
choice or like what's? I mean, you're just in your 30s.
No, I mean it's I'm in my 30s and like what I said in the clip is valid. Like I live by myself. I have a couch. I have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
You know, I have towels. Like I have a candle.
Yeah.
I have a couple candles. You know, if I'm going to leave my house and sleep over somebody else's house, is your bed comfortable? You know, like I don't want to be sleeping in the room with your roommates next door. I can't like go take a piss. Like that's just not where I'm at in life anymore. So yeah, like I mainly date girls in their 30s. So
all the girls in their 30s are saying hello.
Yeah, in a kind of insane way.
Are you taking them up on it? A little bit?
Some of them, yes. Yeah, it's been kind of my DMs have been kind of ridiculous, but it's like I don't feel bad about the content I'm making because I had to your point. I had that like self-realization of like, am I baiting in a way that is like this is not me, but I don't feel like anything I say on the pod is not how I actually feel. Right. And I'm not trying to present as like, I'm the perfect guy and I'm here. Like, it's just, that's the truth, you know? Mm-hmm. And I'm not perfect. I fuck up all the time in relationships.
So someone comes and tries to cancel Danny and says all those things that he says about how he treats women in their 30s, they're lies.
Yeah, he dates girls in their 20s, you know, whatever. And
he doesn't have one towel at all. It was all a character.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't do any lines.
Hair dries.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Respect. Honestly, respect. We have to be using the platforms the way, you know.
Yeah, there's so many shitty podcasts that are like negative.
Yes.
And it's not like my shit's not necessarily to be like everything's perfect, but it's like I want to have healthier conversations about love, similar to how your shit is. You know,
yeah, I wanted to ask you more about what your experience has been like, because I doing this podcast for so many years. I have learned a lot about boys, at least the guys in my life, and like, and there's been some common denominators. Usually, boys are always scared. They're always so scared. You know, I get it. But has there been anything that's been interesting that you've been learning doing your show? That's like, stuff you didn't necessarily know before. I
mean, it's still news. Like we're like a couple months in, but I think in general, this is good to have conversations with like, even killed people. I think so much of the internet is like rage bait or bait, like, of course you make a clip, you want people to engage with it. So you gotta have a hook, you gotta have a purpose, and it might be something that's like a take. Yeah, you gotta have a take that people can engage with, even if the take is good. But a lot of people, even watching that Manosphere doc, you watch the doc or watch some of these look maxing or people these motherfuckers don't believe what they're saying. Yeah. 80% of what they're saying, they might 20% of it, 30% of it, they might, okay, yeah, I don't like black people, or I like for girls to cook and clean for me. But like the expounding upon that and the ridiculous kind of campiness of it, it's bullshit. It's all algorithmic because they found a way to make
cameras
money
on it, frankly. Yeah.
Yeah. And they found a way to make money, and they're 24, 25, or even 30, whatever. And they're like, oh, I could make millions of dollars kind of being an asshole.
Yeah.
And the moment you like double tap into anything they say, they're like, oh, they can't fucking defend it.
No.
You asked me about dating girls in their 30s. Like, yeah, I date girls in their 30s. Like, what do you want me to do? This is my life, low key.
Yeah.
But if I said something about, demeaning girls, if I don't fully believe it, you're going to ask me the second, third level questions. You're going to be like, this motherfucker he's an idiot.
He's doing a line. He's just doing a character.
It's theater.
Yeah. It's bad news. We gotta stop it. These boys out here, they are a little concerning, I will say. Yeah. And they are all, there are so many of them in Miami, Florida.
Well, it's crazy. Last thing is on the other side though, as a guy, there's so much content around. Like, I mean, I put a clip yesterday about girls. This girl made a TikTok about, I'm going on the first date. I know it's not my person because he didn't send me a car.
I saw that you did a clip about sending the car.
And it was from that girl. It's a white girl on TikTok, some little whatever decent to do white girl. I'm like, that's such a negative way to look at finding your partner if they don't spend, $50 before they even met you. It's like,
right, before they even met you.
The economy of dating is so tough, especially in New York.
Yeah.
You're going to easily spend $150 on a date, probably at, maybe at not at minimum, but $100 easily. So you do 2 dates a week on the low end, kind of, if you're really outside dating, because that might even be repeat dates, right? So it's like, I might see one girl on Monday, see her again on Saturday. Then I might, some girl randomly text me on a Wednesday, where are you at? You do 2-3 times a week. You're talking about $1,000, $1,500 a month.
Much. You can't do
off
that.
Of just
That's
dating.
Not sustainable, Danny.
Yeah, exactly. It's not. You shouldn't
really
do it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's like the simple math of what people need to understand when they're talking about dating. It's like, even if you make $250,000 a year, it's not a good investment to be spending $2,000 a month, $1,500 a month on just dating strangers. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it all comes back down to capitalism in the end. Unfortunately, my podcast always come back down to abolish it all. Absolutely, we wouldn't be having these issues if we freaking absolutely abolished the state, patriarchy, capitalism. We don't have to have this whole conversation. Let's get into it. Let's just go have a picnic, okay? You bring the cheese, I'll bring the meat, mutual aid, collaboration, and connection. It is so interesting how they're really coming back here with these roles. You know what I mean? These roles, like you have the trad wifey stuff. And then, cause to me, this conversation of like, who's paying for what on the date, I'm like, what year is this? Where are we? Who are we? Where are we? I mean, and I say that as a broke girl. I am broke. I should be reaping these benefits, but I don't.
I mean, and also for what it's worth, as a dude, I feel like my discernment is such that I'm rarely dating women that aren't offering after a date. I think most women aren't. That's not the mean. That's like outliers of like, what motherfucker to pay for me.
But the cultural that rhetoric push they're trying to make us do this again. And it's because of white supremacy, patriarchy, capitalism, by the way. It always is. I mean, and people are trying to think it's anything else. And I'm like, you're fools.
No, that's it.
Radical love, freaky shit. Okay, we've been talking for a million years. Danny, thank you so much for coming on my podcast. Do you wanna? Should we finish with absolutely a song? I talk about crush songs.
Oh yeah.
You don't seem like you were yearning, but if you were, did you have a song that you were yearning to? What is it?
This is a song. Usher. Little John Ludacris, Loving This Club.
Absolutely.
This was the peak of my awakening in, I think, 2008, middle of high school.
Of course.
Bricked up. I already hit my little growth spurt, so I'm 6'1", 6'2".
See, I was gonna say because you're tall, right?
Yeah, I'm like.
It's
6'3".
like that's kind of just the context, that is needed for all the whole conversation. Is this working?
Decent smile and height kind of gets you further than you need to be.
Stupid. Dun, 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 dun. Do you hear it? I hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Absolutely. This is you, like, you're like looking. You're looking at yourself in the mirror. You're like, wait, I'm tall. I got this shit easy.
This is you're like sophomore homecoming getting twerked on at the dance. Like, oh, I love this little random white girl that I'm dancing with.
I was gonna say, how many white girls? Give me a number.
I mean, I don't even know. It's a lot.
Who do you think?
But I honestly like black girls mostly.
Listen, set the score straight here right now.
It is. It's funny. Last thing I'll say in my special, I had a lot of these jokes about love and stuff. And I do this little quirky voice.
Yeah.
And people think that I was only talking about white women. And I think every story that I told, except for like the last one, was about black women. So let the record show.
And now I'm not going to ask you how you're going to make that distinction going forward. And I think it's very interesting I deal with it all the time in this podcast of when we make the distinction and when we do not,
of what?
Of if the person you're talking about is white, black, Latino, whatever, blah, 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 because I think it's an interesting question in and of itself of, do I have to? Yeah,
I just think as a black person, this is the last thing I will say.
Right.
As a black person, to not be open or pro-black, especially to black women, is like, to me, super corny.
Right.
And while I'll make jokes about dating white girls, or whatever, I always do have to, or try to caveat that, like, I still love black women a lot. Even if you see me on a whatever.
Yeah.
Or if it's a joke, or if this joke is about a white woman, just know I like black women a lot.
It's very interesting because it's like, I think about it like, okay, it's because of what's the centering of the status quo? Do you know what I mean? Where it's like, who do I have to qualify as being this or that? It's all indicative of a systemic thing. You know what I mean? And it's it's interesting where, like, whose shoulders it lies upon to, like, course correct. And you have to, obviously, because representation matters, and everyone should know that they're being sexy and gorgeous and amazing. So I don't have an answer. It's just a question. It's just an interesting observation, isn't it all?
No, I have to do the disclaimer before this gets clips up. Danny only likes white girls. Oh my God, Danny doesn't like black women.
No. I want you to. Can you say it right here, right now, just clear and this is going to be the clip actually.
Danny loves black women. If you black, you got brown areolas, you got cocoa butter, shea butter in your fucking bathroom right now.
One more detail.
You know what I'm saying? You got a little bonnet. You sleep with a bonnet. Your head's wrapped up. Mm-hmm. I like you a lot.
He likes you a lot.
I care about you.
He cares. He wants to see you shine.
I want to see you shine, literally and figuratively. Lotion. Right after the shower, your pores are open. Let the moisture really soak in a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
I set you up for it, but that was a baiting clip. That was, I got your back, fake. Okay?
I'm fake.
We're friends now. I got you on that. And you're welcome preemptively for the incredible slides you're about to get. Danny, what do you want to plug before people are like, I'm going to slide for other reasons, but try to slide for some comedy. How about that?
Yeah, Bushwick Comedy Club, May 28th. I'm headlining. Come talk to me.
Now, tell the people actually, if you're trying to come to this show and you're like, I'm going to linger. I'm going to linger. What's the best slide? Because I think, a DM slide is one thing, but if an in-person, like...
I think if you show face and then slide is... Because the thing is, when I'm throwing a show...
You're in the mode.
Yeah, I'm hosting. I'm fucking cousins,
ladies, if
girls,
he can't
whatever.
chop it up with you after the show, don't take it personal. Show face.
I'm going to remember you. And then we can have, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I came after the show.
Be memorable. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll come talk to you.
We solved it all.
Thank you.
Bushwick, anything else?
No.
The end. Bye.
We did it. Bye.